afternoon, and you are welcome to McDan Latam Park, where we will be bringing you the 8th edition of the Ghana Women's Premier League. It's match day 8, and it's a match between Immigration Ladies and Lady Strikers. Of course, it's good news for Ghana Women's Premier League. It's first of its kind and its history, whilst IMAX Media partners with GFA to bring you live coverage of our Women's Premier League. Akosia is here with me. Akosia J is here with me. Akosia, how is the feeling like?
I'm very, very excited, and I'm sure that followers of women's game in Ghana are also very much excited, because this is the very first time our league, the game we love so much, will be broadcasted live on TV. I know for those of us in the Southern Zone, we are excited about it because we get to enjoy it first, but I'm sure that maybe sooner than later, those in the Northern Zone will enjoy it as well. So for the players, I know that telling mommy, I'm going to be playing a match today and it will be live on TV so you can get to watch me at home, they will also be very, very excited. And this is a very positive mark for us in the football industry here in Ghana.
What's a way to begin the first ever live coverage of the Women's Premier League? Is the 8th edition of the Ghana Women's Premier League, and it's match day 8. I could see that people are excited to see this league being played. We've been hearing so far from the Women's Premier League, they've been complaining. They also want their portion of how the men are also being telecast live, and then we've been seeing them. Akosia, this time around, it's our doorsteps. And don't forget, it's IMAX Media, which is bringing you live, and it's going to be live on Max TV on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's where the live matches are going to be taking place. Every center will have its portion. Not in the Southern Zone, but we'll be moving towards the Northern Zone very soon. You are not being left out. Akosia, we are still in it. We have immigration, and then let's go quickly to the match itself. We have the Immigration Ladies and Lady Strikers. Immigration Ladies, it hasn't been well. Previous seasons, still.
It hasn't been well for Immigration Ladies for almost 3-4 seasons now. They've been struggling a lot. They do have a lot of very experienced players who are very good. The likes of Romana Tutahiru, a very amazing player. They have some players who are very, very good. At a point in time, they even have to call back our legend, Ajabayo, to come and join the team so that she helps them. But this time around, things have not been going too well for them. Remember that last season they had Faustina Treme, who was doing most of their goals, scoring most of the goals for them. This time she's not around, and so unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to register any win at all. Their best have been drawing, and they have not scored a lot of goals too. And so for Immigration Ladies, I don't know how the coach will be able to come up with a particular game plan to help him as he plays against Lady Strikers, who are absolutely fantastic as well. They are scoring in 5s, they are scoring in 6, and the fact that even Lady Strikers, they don't keep clean sheets. They concede goals as well. So if you are a team coming up against them, that's one thing that you know. At least you should be able to get one goal in. Unfortunately for Immigration Ladies, they've just been scoring one goal. So that one goal is just going to be a goal for solace. And so I really don't know how they are going to be doing that.
Okay, so we go up to see how the warm-ups for both teams looks like.
And so these are some very beautiful pictures we are seeing clearly, Nafisa. The girls are, I'm just excited for them, and I hope that today they just give us such a very good game so that tomorrow people are tuning into television, and tomorrow people are trooping to the stadium as well to watch the games that we have for them.
You can see the energy level of these girls are just up there, and then seeing them first time and being even the first teams to be telecast live is will go down to history. That Women's Premier League, the first of its kind, was between Immigration Ladies and Lady Strikers. You can tell from the Lady Strikers, they are calm coming into this game because they have nothing to lose. As for Immigration Ladies to start picking up points, this is their home game, and do you think there will be a turn up for them?
I would want to say that Immigration may be able to salvage at least a point. But coming up against Lady Strikers, who has the likes of Gladys and Phobia, they have Susie Dedete. These two players, if they have their game, you know that they are scoring at least 3-4 goals for them. And we are looking at an immigration side that, unfortunately for them this season, we have not seen a lot of goals. So if we have to go by their performance this season, we've played 7 games already. That's 4 goals that they've been able to score. Not a lot. And they've conceded a number of them. We look at lady strikers who have scored 16 goals and just consider like 4. You know that they are coming up against a side who are sharp up front. Will immigration ladies be able to keep their defense intact in such a way that they are able to hold them? That will be the issue for them today. But the point is, you see the kind of experience that immigration ladies have. And sometimes you are praying that they will be able to bring that experience to bear and maybe face some of these young ones. Even though when you look at the lady strikers team, they don't really just have like a young side, because they also have players like Susie Dedete and Gladys Amphobia who have been in the game for quite some time now, and they are also very, very good players. So now it will be a matter of the coach being able to tune the players' mind into probably winning today.
Okay, so this time around we'll be going to the dressing room to see how our ladies will be coming onto the pitch and how their dressing is going to be like. Sues, and then you can see that sometimes I talk about colors with ladies. Ladies love colors, you know.
Yeah.
So let's see their dressing or their kits that they'll be coming up on the field with.
I am particularly excited about the referee, the center referee.
Yeah.
While she was warming up, I saw her in her red lipstick. I don't know if she's going to be cleaning. I don't know if she's going to be cleaning that lipstick before she comes on.
So this is immigration ladies now. This is their dressing room. This is how they are going to be lined up. These are players, of course. It doesn't seem to be a good news for them, but maybe there is always a turning point for teams and then their coaches. It's just one day you just get the momentum. There could be a turnaround for them this afternoon. Lady strikers, this is the dressing room of the lady strikers. They are confidently and then they are coming out with full force. I think they want to wrap up the first round with a good point up there so that it could be anything. But lady strikers, you are talking about them. The confidence is there.
Yeah, they are so very confident at this point, and very, very much confident that, I mean, if you've been able to win games, score a lot of goals, you know that for sure you should be winning your games.
Okay. So this is so I have here Joseph Baja with me, the coach of immigration ladies. And coach, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, sir. It has been very rough for you this season. It's not quite looking good for you. How are you going to sum up your girls to go into this fixture of Lady Strikers?
Thank you. And let me say good afternoon again to your viewers.
Yeah.
I think it's a first round, and we are yet to finish with the first round.
Yeah.
And I believe today is going to be a turning point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've psyched the girls up and I've told them, look, we have to win whether by hook or crook.
Yeah.
And they are determined to do so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand they have been saved numerous of times, year by season, and the same things are not going on well. And of course, as you said, it's going to be a turning point. Yeah. How is your strategy? How is the lineup going to be like to able to hold Lady Strikers?
Good. I'm playing 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
Making sure that my defense is intact.
Okay.
Because you need to, when you are playing a team who normally score freely, you need to protect your goal.
Okay.
And at the end, you will play them on the counter.
Okay.
And that's the strategy we're going to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last but not least, it's the first of its kind that Women's Premier League is going to be telecast live on TV. And as good as your team that is going to be the first team to play, how is the feeling like?
I would say first, thank you to Mass TV for this wonderful and laudable innovation. Yeah. Because one, I know of other stations who are doing it.
Yeah.
You are doing it, but coming down to the women's level,
I
give you thumbs up and a hua for you.
Okay. Thank you, Coach, and all the best for this match.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that was the coach of Immigration Ladies I just spoke with. He's coming up with a 4-back defense that will make sure holds on to lady strikers so that he doesn't concede. Probably, he might pick up his first 3 points here. I have here with me coach of lady strikers. He has been in the system for a very long time, and then I know when it comes to women's football, Edie, you have been there. It's a first of its kind that we are bringing you live coverage of the Women's Premier League. How does it feel?
Very excited, I think it's been a very long way. We're coming from a very long way, It started, people were not paying attention to the ladies' football, and then I think small, I think since last 2 years, and then with what Azakes did, I think it's good for us. It's a good news, and then we are very excited.
Okay, so I see ladies strikers is poised into this match. Immigration Ladies, it's been a bit rough for them. How are you going to make sure you pick up the 3 points here?
Well, we steady. I think we've done our work back door already, so we steady the opponent. So I may not want to say it here though. After the game, maybe you want to hear. So we know how to go about it. So you may see it in the game.
Are you sure picking up the 3 points here?
For that one, sure.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you for having me too.
Okay. So that was the coach of Lady Strikers I just spoke, Edie, I just spoke with. They are all poised to pick up the 3 points. Lady Strikers will continue his winning streak. And then Immigration Ladies will want to turn up and then obviously pick up a very 3 maximum points of his season. It's match day 8 and at the McDan Park. I'll be handing over commentary box with Nabadina and Esther Abankwa.
Good afternoon and welcome to the live coverage of the much anticipated Women's Premier League, that is Ghana Women's Premier League match day 8 for the 2021-2022 season, coming your way live on Max TV Ghana. And it's here at the Medina, it's here at McDan Park, where we are going to anticipate and of course witness a very interesting clash between Immigration Ladies as well as Lady Strikers. I am Esther Abankwa, your commentator for the day. I will be doing this alongside Na Bedina. It's a clash of the match day 8 and of course a clash whereby Lady Strikers would be hoping to indeed close up the gap that is between them and then as well as Ampem Dakwa Ladies so far as the southern zone is concerned. Now,
yeah, sure. Lady Strikers will be hoping just to close the gap on Azakes Ladies, arguably the best club in the country and then the second best team on the continent. When you are going to into such a match, your main focus should be on trying to win your matches and then get closer to the defending champions. They are not easy to be beaten. So when you have the opportunity, all you need to do is make sure that you win your matches, and then when you have them, you try and go head to head with them, and then you win the league.
Going head to head with them as the match officials. Match the 2 teams involved here onto the pitch, and of course today we are going to have a match official who has indeed officiated a lot of matches so far as the finals is concerned for the Ghana Women's Premier League. And of course our center referee for today is Joyce Apia Benowa. She is a FIFA referee from the Eastern region, precisely Begro, and her occupation indeed she is a teacher. She would be assisted by Bless Jokoto, who is also a FIFA licensed referee. She's also from Akachi in the Volta region, and she's also a student. Her other assistants are Grace Kofuga, who is also a FIFA referee from Peki, Volta region, and is also a student. And then Cynthia Ayayri, who is also from Bibiani in the Western region, and she's also a student. And then of course, we have Doris Bimpo, who would be the match commissioner, and she is from Asamankese, who is also a teacher. Definitely, in terms of experience, these officials have amassed a lot of it, having officiated a lot of league matches concerning the Ghana Women's Premier League. And indeed, I'm definite that they are poised here to bring to bear their experience for the day. Taking a look at, of course, the two captains of the side, having the usual routine of being on screens today, since they are going to definitely lead their respective teams involved so far as this clash is concerned. For Immigration Ladies, definitely their coach and the person of Joseph Baja has indeed lined up a very strong squad. In goal post will be Mary Nikwe, who would be in goal post for them. Then again, we have Abigail Safo, Margaret Owusu, Asei Enchi. We also have Salamatu Fuseni, Winfred Donko, Rosemary Ampim, Hannah Pokua, Agnes Kwe, Joyce Nyante. These are the starting lineup for Immigration Ladies. And definitely, it's indeed an experienced side with a lot of players having played in the Women's League for years, and the experience will be brought to bear today in today's encounter. For lady strikers who are also ensuring that they close up the gap on Hazakes Ladies, we have Beatrice Intiwa Inketia, who will be in goal post for them, Ellen Coleman, Edith Ogbonna, Deborah Ano, Amon Abigail, Deborah Amponsa, Gifty Adaibuache, Susie Dede Tay, who is also for the Black Princesses, having featured for them last 2 weekends when they had a very crucial encounter so far as the Women's Under 20 World Cup was concerned, and she played a very vital role for them as well. We also have Gladys Amphobia, one of the experienced sides as well. We also have Edem Atobo and then Catherine Arthur, who would also be making sure that today they stay their affairs for lady strikers.
Yeah, sure. And experience side when it comes to Immigration Ladies. Then again, when you go to Lady Striker, you see that most of the players are currently playing for the national team, either the senior national team and then the junior national team. A player like Susie Dedete with the Black Princesses, Gladys Amphobia, a player that has been with the Black Queens for years and she's still playing. And arguably this current Black Queens team, she's the player with the most goals, in as much as she's placed as a number 2 for the Black Queens. So we are going to have an experience side and then players that have been in the national team for quite a long time playing for both sides. Let's see how they exhibit their talent today here at the McDan Town Park.
Definitely very soon our center referee Joyce Apia would indeed blow her whistle for proceedings to commence here at La McDan Park here, so that we would indeed see what the two sides have in stock for us. Taking a look at the two sides involved, they are in the southern zone and have indeed been very, very clinical so far as the Women's League is concerned. Immigration Ladies, of course, lost their last encounter, whereby by 2-3, where they met in the last time, and we'll be hoping here to indeed ensure that they get a revenge over them. Well, referee Joyce Apia has blown her whistle, of course, for proceedings to be underway here. What are your expectations now?
Well, looking at the fact that Immigration hasn't won the match since the start of the league, they've gone 7 matches without a win. Unlike Lady Strikers, who have won a couple of matches, they've been here, they've played against some clubs in Accra and they've won. So I'm expecting that Immigration Ladies at all costs, they should do whatever it takes to get a point at or win their first game today. Other than that, with the experience and the cohesion in the Lady Strikers team, they're definitely going to win against Immigration Ladies.
An opportunity for Lady Strikers to register their first goal of the day, but it has been cleared to safety. It's match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League coming your way live on Max TV Ghana. Don't forget to go post today for Immigration Ladies. They are indeed relying on the experience of Mary Nikwe to do the job for them, as they try to gather 1 or 2 passes in their own half, as they try to surge once again into the 18-yard box. It was a clear opportunity for them, but they couldn't convert. Less than 2 minutes of action here. And it still remains 0-0. If you just tuned in, you are watching a live coverage of the Women's Premier League for Match Day 8. That is the 2021-2022 season. An encounter between immigration ladies as well as lady strikers. A tussle in the heart of midfield.
Both teams are trying to do anything possible to get their goal, and you see that as an experienced player like Romana to Tahiru hits the ball, and it was intercepted by one player from Lady Strikers, but unfortunately the referee says it's rather a goal kick for Lady Strikers, so they have to go in favor of Lady Strikers to kick the ball as a goal kick.
Goal kick quickly effected into now the heart of midfield, and of course they will look forward to search. It's now an advantage, of course a goal kick advantage. There is a handball and referee has quickly whistled. Lady strikers quickly effect the ball, trying to enter into the 18-yard box of the immigration ladies, but it's quickly cleared to safety. A tussle for the ball, but indeed it's a train advantage right now that is going in favor of Lady Strikers. The lady Deborah Ano has quickly effected the ball for them.
Deborah Ano last season was playing for a club in Nigeria called Ali Mosho, and just this season she's come into the Women's Premier League. She stayed all her life there, and she's back to play in the mother country. So when you see Deborah Ano playing here, it means that she's got some experience in the Nigeria Women's Premier League before heading to the National Women's League here in Ghana.
It was earlier Ano Abigail who was trying to at least register the first goal for Lady Strikers, but definitely Marinikwe quickly ensures that she grabs the ball for them. Immigration ladies are trying to surge into the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers, but Beatrice Intiwa Inketia quickly grabs the ball for them. That was the earlier opportunity. It's a train advantage going in favor of immigration ladies. Referee Joyce Appiah has insisted it's rather an infringement, and for that matter, it should be a free kick advantage in favor of immigration ladies. Quickly effected, but it's going to be a goal kick for Lady Strikers. Over 7 minutes of action here, and the scoreline still remains 0-0. A clash between immigration ladies as well as Lady Strikers. This is a live coverage of the Ghana Women's Premier League live on Max TV Ghana. A throwing advantage for Lady Strikers. It's now a midfield tussle between the two teams involved. But Mary Nukwe, her alertness level is indeed very high, and she doesn't want to ensure that she commits any howler that would put her side as at the disadvantage point.
I think both teams are not settled yet. They are also trying to just balloon the ball. They should take their time and then put the ball on the turf and play, because that is what the fans are here for. They should know when to balloon the ball. This is not maybe some coast team football. It is a Premier League. You should know when you have to give a pass to your opponent and play, so that the game will be beautiful for everybody to watch and feel.
Immigration ladies having an advantage in over 9 minutes of action here. The scoreline still remains 0-0. Which side would break the deadlock for us here? Both teams are trying to be very cautious, and as much as they badly need the goals here, it could clearly be seen that the technical teams of these two sides are very strategic in their approach. Lady Strikers trying to indeed launch an attack into the 18-yard box of Immigration Ladies. Abigail with the ball, but the referee has whistled.
I think the crosses from Lady Strikers are really coming in. So all they need to do is make sure that they have their players positioned at the right places to get themselves connected to the ball in order to get goals. Other than that, they'll be lobbing the ball into the 18-yard and they will not get anybody, because such balls, Mary Nikwe is definitely going to deal with it.
Lady Strikers had a very glorious opportunity, and it was an opportunity that Ellen Coleman had, their captain, but the referee has whistled, and it's indeed an infringement for them, for Immigration Ladies, which has quickly been infected. Over 10 minutes of action, and definitely the scoreline between Lady Strikers as well as Immigration Ladies still remains 0-0. Lady Strikers with a glorious opportunity to register their first goal. A glorious opportunity that Susie Dedete had in order to put her side in the lead here, but unfortunately she misses it.
I think she rather being unselfish at this particular time. You have all it takes to put the ball at the back of the net. Why are you trying to give the ball to Amphobia to score? This should have been the first goal for Lady Strikers. Susie Dedete at that particular point she could have dealt with it. She has always scored from that spot, and she should have buried this one.
In matches of this nature, whereby the two technical teams are very meticulous in their approach and their tactics on the field of play, these are not the kind of chances that you should let it go a-begging.
No, you don't miss such chances, especially when you are a national team player, a player that has been to the World Cup and all that. These are chances you do not miss at all.
They had another opportunity once again through Susie Dede, and this time around she smashes it wide. And it's a goal kick advantage going in favor of Immigration Ladies. Over 12 minutes of action here. And look again at that glorious opportunity.
You know, this is the one that she was trying to catch the goalkeeper on the loose, but the ball didn't go in. Unfortunately, went outside.
A tussle for the ball in the heart of midfield, and it's between Gifty Adeboache. In terms of the dominance on the pitch of play, definitely the Lady Strikers have dominated the midfield, and they are the ones who are making the incursions at goal here also.
Well, they are making their intent known because they came here for the 3 points. If you want to win the league, definitely you have to keep tab on the league leaders, and that is what they are trying to do. You can see that now they are more composed, they are putting the ball on the turf, they know what to do.
An opportunity for Immigration Ladies. Hannah Pokua with the ball. She was trying to go round. She was trying to go around Deborah, no, who wouldn't give her any chance for that.
Not at all. Deborah is definitely not going to give you such opportunity to turn and then dribble well and get the chance. This is a young chap but very experienced, all the way from the Nigerian Women's League to the Women's Premier League in Ghana. She's definitely not going to make things easy for you.
It has quickly been infected in the heart of midfield right now as Gladys Amphobia tries to get onto the ball. She delivers into the 18-yard box, but it's quickly cleared. And it's now a throwing advantage going in favor of Lady Strikers. Edith Ogbonna quickly gives the ball to Amo Abigail. But that was a very good tackle from Winfred Donko.
Definitely. And if you want to clear your lines, you have to make it sure that you do it clean, and that's exactly what she has done. Now what is left is for them to defend their post so that they won't concede from this particular spot.
It's been delivered into the 18-yard box. Another opportunity. Susie Dede was there. But once again, Joyce Appiah whistles and says that it should be a free kick advantage going in favor of Immigration Ladies.
The ball hit the hand of the Lady Strikers player, and when she was trying to hit the ball, unfortunately the ball hit the hand, so definitely it's a foul to Immigration Ladies. But I think Susie Dede says she will keep her composure. All the balls are getting to her at the very advantageous position, so all she needs to do is to keep her calm and then slot the ball in and give the side the lead that they need.
The ball is with Lady Strikers now. Ellen Coleman with the ball. She quickly locates Susie Dede. But once again, it has been well defended.
Sure, Immigration is making everything possible. Even if we can't hold on to the ball in midfield and all that, we need to defend our line so that we will concede very early. Because once they concede, it means that they are just going to go down. That is something they wouldn't want to do. So all they need to do now is to defend their lines very well.
It's in the heart of midfield now as Amo Abigail quickly gives the ball on to Gifty Adeboache. Like we are having too much of.
I think this is a sit offside against Lady Strikers. You know that when you have forward lines like Amphobia and then Edem Matovo, they are very sharp. They are very smart when it comes, and they have the pace. They have the pace as well. So all they will not want you to do is put the ball in and let us run. But sometimes they need to watch the men from the women from Immigration before they move.
Look at that.
This is the sixth one. I don't know how many we are going to have before the first round ends.
But it was indeed a very essential pass from Gifty Adeboache.
I think she's the bright spot in the midfield for Lady Strikers. So far, she has seen a lot of the ball, and all the passes are going so well. So she's doing so very well.
Edith Ogbonna quickly is ready to effect the ball. She gets to Gladys Amphobia, who gave it back to Gifty Boache, but she was fouled, and referee Joyce has indeed whistled. And it's now a free kick advantage at a very presentable position.
Sure, very advantageous position. A player like Edem Atovo can score. A player like Suzy Dedete, she has scored more than enough when it comes to the women's view, even at the national team level at such positions. Even a player like Ellen Koma or Amphobia can play. You shouldn't be surprised seeing maybe Ellen or Amphobia behind the ball to kick, because they are very good free kick takers when it comes to things like this.
What have they discussed and what do they have under their sleeves? Will they be able to get the first goal here for us? It's quickly effected, but indeed it hits the wall. It was brought back to the heart of midfield, but Deborah Mponsa quickly gets the ball once again. She releases it into the 18-yard box. But Salama Tufuseni does her best to clear the ball to safety for Immigration Ladies.
Timely intervention. Had it not been for a clearance, then Immigration would be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth. This clearance was just timely.
It was timely because Gladys Amphobia was lurking around, waiting for that ball in order to smash it into the 18-yard box. Another opportunity, but Gifty Boache couldn't put it at the back of the net for Lady Strikers.
I think the Immigration defender did so well. She tried to block the line, so she
closed it up.
Yes, she didn't have full blast of the ball. That's so far so good from that young child.
Over 18 to 19 minutes of action here. It's a live coverage of the match day 8 Ghana Women's Premier League, and for the first time we are having Women's League being broadcasted live on TV, kind courtesy of Max TV Ghana. Lady Strikers, virtually every player on the pitch of play today, so far as the first 20 minutes of action is concerned, they've indeed given out their best.
Yes, it means that there's cohesion in the team. Everybody, they know how to play with each other. When they get the ball, it's not like somebody's going to run with the ball and leave the other player behind. They all move together, defend together, and then when they get the ball, they try to make sure that they get the spaces and exploit, and then try to get their goal. They know what they are doing.
So it's a 1-2 pass between Gladys and Phobia as well as Edem. But their efforts could not get into the net for them. The ball is back in the heart of midfield as Immigration Ladies try to search for it, but
I think Lady Strikers have their tactics spot on. They know what they came here to do, and they know what they travel all the way from Cape Coast to Accra to do. And then Immigration Ladies, for what I've seen, I think the ladies don't even know the tactics or the formation they are playing. Everybody wants to run after the ball. The coach has to caution them, need to call them, and then position them very well. You should alert them on what they need to do. Other than that,
they would be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth. And it was earlier a very glorious opportunity from Edem, but it took the intervention of their safest pair of hands in the person of Mary Nikwe, who clears it to safety. And once again, Suzy Dede had a shot on target.
This is a lady that is going to trouble you anytime when she has a A game on. We saw what she did at the U17 World Cup, all the way in Uruguay, and she hasn't stopped there. Even at the U20 level now, the qualifiers, we've seen pace, even dribbles, or the balls that when she gets, what she used the ball to do. She's just exhibiting those skills here this afternoon.
Deborah and Amo Abigail were trying to put some 1 or 2 passes together as they look forward to surge into the 18-yard box of Immigration Ladies, but it was cleared. It's now in the heart of midfield. A tassel that has been won by Immigration Ladies as they try to surge into the 18-yard box, and after some few minutes,
It's as if the ball is being played at the half of the immigration ladies' territory. That's something they need to
and
look
this
at.
happens to be the first save being made by Beatrice in Ketia 4.
Yeah, she didn't even save it. It was a back pass, and then she has to use her leg to take it and give it to a player.
Another glorious opportunity gone a begging in the person of Gifty Adeboache. They keep getting the technique right, but it's left with the final execution. How they would be able to put the ball at the back of the net is what they are lacking.
The ones that they've had on target to Abigail Nikwe is showing the expert. She wants to show that yes, indeed, when it comes to women's football, she has the experience, and currently she's part of the senior national women's team. So there are certain goals that is definitely not going to score in.
Tahiru was the one who had played the ball into the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers as she was trying to locate Hannah Pokua, but the ball was nowhere closer to where she is, and it's now a goal kick advantage, which would be affected by Lady Strikers. If you just tuned in, you are watching a live coverage of the Ghana Women's Premier League Match Day 8 between Lady Strikers as well as Immigration Ladies. After almost 23 minutes of action here, the scoreline still remains 0-0.
I think so far so good for Lady Strikers. They know what they want to do, and they are doing it so well. Immigration Ladies have to step up their game, and then maybe we are going to have a 50-50 ball possession here. But for now, it has all been Lady Strikers.
It's all Lady Strikers, and let's not forget the fact that Lady Strikers have so far gotten 12 points out of the 7 games that they have played. And they will be looking forward to indeed close the gap between them and Hazakes Ladies, which is a 3-point gap between them. For once, Immigration Ladies managed to put 1 or 2 passes together, but it was nowhere near harm for Lady Strikers.
I think they really need to be careful. Catherine Atta needs to be careful, because almost all the fouls that has gone against Immigration Ladies has come from her side. When she's coming in to tackle, she really needs to be extra careful.
A glorious opportunity for Lady Strikers, but once again, Mary Nikwe, who has had the busiest 25 minutes, has once again come to the rescue of her side.
Definitely, if you don't have the players in front of you to defend, it means that you will be busy all through. And she, once again, she has proven that when it comes to the women's league, she's one of the best goalkeepers that we have.
Another opportunity once again for Lady Strikers. Will they be able to put the ball at the back of the net? And it's a goal. But referee Joyce Appiah has whistled.
I think Amphobia saw that Susie was in the offside position, so she was just trying to tell her, just leave the ball and let me carry the ball. But I think they didn't get the communication very well, so she has to touch the ball, and then unfortunately the goal they score has been disallowed and it's offside.
So that was Gladys Amphobia with that particular opportunity, but the goal has unfortunately been disallowed, and the 2 teams involved have been given some moments off in order to cool off. We've so far had over 26 minutes of indeed an eventful football here.
Yeah, sure. And if you ask me, Mary Nikwe for me has been fantastic. Unfortunately, she's down on the turf. We're hoping that she'll get back and then give us that quality and good saves that she's displaying here. Other than that, I think Immigration will have themselves in a very big trouble because of the way the Lady Strikers are coming at them in this particular match.
This was where Nikwe Margaret Mary was called to action.
I think this is a little bit funny. She was in pain and then she went down. Then she saw that they were coming with her. She has to stand up and then make sure that she keeps a pose very well before she goes down again as an injured player.
It's been a very opportunity for immigration ladies. Would they be able to register the first goal of the day? But no, the effort by Salamatu Fuseni has gone wide, and it's now a goal kick advantage. Goal kick advantage for Lady Strikers. Lady Strikers have been all over on the pace of play, haven't had the clear-cut opportunities, haven't had a lot of shots on targets. They managed to put the ball at the back of the net on one occasion, but it was disallowed. Winfred Donko there with a push, and the referee, she indeed pushed Edith Ogbonna.
Definitely, she saw that where she was, if she doesn't do anything, I mean, Mary Ogbonna is just going to run with the ball, and maybe they are going to find the ball at the back of the net. So she has to do something, definitely.
Was that a pass or a shot?
No, it was a pass to one of the Lady Strikers players. Unfortunately, the ball hits the tummy, and she's now on the turf in pain.
I know Abigail is the one who was earlier on in pains, but definitely she's back on her feet. Lady Strikers still surging forward since they've had a lot of dominance of the ball at the expense of immigration ladies. They are still at the half of immigration ladies. Susie Dede was the one who quickly released the ball as she was trying to find Adam, but it has been cleared off to safety by Winfred Donko. It's 30 minutes of action here, and the scoreline still remains 0-0 between immigration ladies as well as Lady Strikers. Would you be too surprised to see a goal being registered?
From the way
by immigration ladies,
it will be a very big surprise, because even to get the ball into the half of the Lady Strikers, it's become a little bit of a problem to them. They've not really had anything. They can't even string two passes together. It means that they are suffering. So it will be surprise. I think I would say it will be a very big miracle for them to even put the ball at the back of the net. That is, if they had certain opportunities, let me say like a free kick, you have a player like Rumana to anywhere on the turf, just around the 18-yard box, he's going to score from there. So from that, they may score. But if not, it will take a miracle for them to score.
Well, football and surprises indeed go hand in hand, as we just witnessed in the recent 33rd edition of the African Cup of Nations. Over 30 minutes of action, and it still remains 0-0. Earlier, referee Joyce Appiah was having a word with Rosemary Ampem following a tackle on her. It's now a ding-dong affair. But once again, it's a throwing advantage that would go in favor of immigration ladies, which happens to be the only
tell you what, the lady with the
that they've enjoyed the most.
The lady with the ball is the junior sister of the late Shambokwe. If you all know who Shambokwe is, the late Shambokwe, that's the junior sister playing for immigration lady, and she is an immigration officer, Agnes Kwe.
Ogbonna released the ball earlier to Amon Abigail, who has managed to put the ball at the back of the net, and finally we get our first goal of the day, and it's coming from Susie Dede, who has registered our first goal of the day. Finally,
the goal has always been coming, and one player that you can bet on that is going to score has always been Susie Dedete, because she has gotten arguably the best chances in this particular match. And so you see, this one that she scored is more difficult than the earlier one that she even missed. That should tell you that she's very clinical when it comes to balls like this. Very good. They are up by a goal to nil.
The dominance and, of course, the great effort of lady strikers have been rewarded with the goal that they've had. A goal that was scored by Susie the day for them. They've had a total dominance in the heart of midfield and even in the third half of Immigration Ladies.
From the way they are playing, it has been like the prime time Arsenal in England. You can score them, but they will play 80% of ball possession. That is what lady strikers are doing to Immigration here right now.
Deborah Amponsa nearly committed a howler with a clearance that she wanted to do. And it's now a train advantage for Immigration Ladies. Salamatu was looking for the run of Rosemary, but she couldn't get to the ball. It's lady strikers who are stringing passes together in the heart of midfield. Ellen quickly releases the ball. They were looking forward to register their second goal, and it was Gladys and Phobia, but once again,
she was caught offside. Look at the pass that they gave from the midfield. Very delicious. You know that the lady strikers midfielders, they know they are ball holders. They know how to hold the ball. They know when to release the ball. Unlike Immigration Ladies, even the person to handle the ball or hold the ball and release the pass has become difficult for them. That is what is making them suffer in the midfield. So when the ball comes, the lady strikers girls will get the ball into their half, and then it's as if the ball is only they have been instructed to only play the ball at the half of the Immigration Ladies.
Immigration Ladies who are having a train advantage, and they would want to indeed get it into the heart of defense of lady strikers, and it was Agnes Kwe who earlier effected the ball for them, but it has been cleared. It's still with Immigration Ladies. Margaret Owusu. Managed to find Tahiru, who gave a delivery, but once again Beatrice Intiwa Inketia for the second time in the first half has been called to action.
After 35 minutes.
Yes.
So that should tell you that they came well. They came prepared.
Another opportunity for lady strikers. Gladys and Phobia was the one who had that opportunity. She did so well to get the composure, but the finishing was not the best. What an effort once again.
Mary Nikwe, she's just advertising and showing off that, yes, indeed, I'm a national goalkeeper. I'm the senior national women's team goalkeeper. And so there are certain balls I'm definitely not going to allow into my goal post.
But what about that technique from Adam?
Yes, Adam is a player with so many experience.
It's a goal. And this time around, Amon Abigail gets the second goal for Lady Strikers. Look at that for a delivery and look at that execution. It was so well delivered and so well executed and of course smashed into the back of the net by Abigail.
The lady we were just talking about, at them at all, experience when it comes to the Women's Premier League and even when it comes to the national team. Yes, she's the one that gave that sumptuous pass for Lady Strikers to get their second goal. So substitution for Immigration Ladies, Rosemary Ampim is coming out for Faustina Kukwa-Mensah.
Obviously, Coach Badger is not pleased with the performance of his players and he feels that he needs to effect changes, and the one to make that sacrifice has to do with Rosemary. Lady Strikers have already gotten 2 goals, but they are still not satisfied. They still are making a lot of incursions, a lot of runs. Ogbonna there with that very good pass to Susie Dede. But Merinikwe is once again called to action.
I think I'm a little bit surprised about the change that Immigration Ladies made. A player like Rosemary Ampim has been rock solid at the defense for them, and I think she went down a little bit. So I don't know if that's the coach sub because of an injury situation, but if it's for tactical change, then I think there's a little bit of problem there. Because she has been one of the defenders that has really helped in the defense for Immigration Ladies this afternoon, in as much as the ball has been on them.
It was an opportunity for Immigration Ladies to at least try and then get a goal so that they would reduce the deficit here. But she ended up, smashing it right into the air.
Yeah, it was a substitute. So I don't know whether she hasn't really warmed up so well. Faustina Kukwa-Mensah, she's the one that really hits the hair instead of hitting the ball.
When you are down by 2 goals in the first half of the game, you don't have to miss such chances. Another opportunity for Immigration Ladies to try and then make amends. It smashed into the 18-yard box, but it was Salama to Fuseni who had that particular shot on target. But once again, Beatrice grabs the ball for Lady Strikers, and it's now a throwing advantage going in favor of Lady Strikers, who have been all over tirelessly. They've been very, very much relentless in their efforts in ensuring that they get a very good result here. Over 40 minutes of action here for the match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League, which is live on Max TV Ghana. And it's Immigration Ladies who are down. They are trailing here by 2 goals. Goals that were scored by Susie Dede as well as Abigail.
Where Lady Strikers has just found somebody, I think it's so wrong, because when you have players like Rumonatu on the pitch and you have the ball at that particular place, she's definitely going to score. She's definitely going to score from that spot. She's been scoring, and it is not from now. So they should avoid getting themselves such balls around that particular area.
They need to avoid conceding free kicks at very advantageous positions, taking into consideration the experienced players of Immigration Ladies and the person of Tahiru, who has played in the Women's League for years. Will she be able to convert? She smashes it wide.
It was Salama to Fuseni with that strike. I don't know whether she's having problem with the leg, because she's as if she was rather giving pass rather than hitting the ball. And I don't know why a player like Rumana too was just standing close to the ball and she didn't even try to make an attempt.
All indications was pointing to the fact that she was the one who was going to effect
exactly.
it. If throwing advantages were goals, by now Immigration Ladies would have registered over 20 goals in the first half, because that happens to be the one that they've had the most here. It's in the heart of defense of Lady Strikers. Will they be able to at least get a goal here in the first half? It's a corner kick advantage. A very good effort from Asei Entry. But then again, it was a block from Deborah Ano. We have few minutes left in the first half. A smashed wide. It's smashed wide by Salama to Fuseni. The technique, the idea was good. The technique was good, but the execution was not the best. Immigration Ladies in the heart of midfield, stringing passes together as they look forward to at least launch an attack into the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers. A very good pass there from their captain, Abigail Safo. She was looking for the run of Hannah Pokua, who couldn't get the ball. They've been dispossessed, but once again, Abigail Safo has gotten the ball back for Immigration Ladies, but she has been dispossessed. It's a throwing advantage once again for Immigration Ladies. It's 3 minutes of added on here. 3 minutes additional time. 3 minutes for Immigration Ladies to reduce their deficit, or perhaps ensure that they level up. But taking a look at the dominance of Lady Strikers, it's indeed going to be a very difficult task for them.
A very tall wall for Immigration to climb. Two goes down, and they are not playing anything that shows that they don't even want to reduce the deficit, even to talk of equalizing before we go on the first half break. But it's a game of football. Let's see what they can do within these few 3 minutes before halftime.
It's Lady Strikers who were putting on some passes together, but they haven't dispossessed, and now Salama to Fuseni, who was looking for the run of her captain Abigail Safo, but she has been dispossessed. They've retrieved the ball back, but once again it has been cleared. A ding-dong affair in the heart of midfield. But it has been cleared once again by Ellen Coleman.
Another offside against Lady Strikers. They are in a haste. They are eager to score more goals. And I think once Adam Atova dribbled the player, she was supposed to go for the ball. I don't know why she left the ball for Gladys Amphobia to go for it. Definitely Amphobia was in the offside position, and the referee is going to have none of that, just for her to whistle against Lady Strikers.
I wouldn't be too surprised if Joyce Appiah, the center referee, blows her whistle to end proceedings for the first half. because we've played almost 2 minutes of the additional 3 minutes that was put on. Ellen Koma was looking for the run of Abigail, but she has been dispossessed. Margaret Owusu for Immigration Ladies gives the ball back to her goalkeeper, Mary Nikwe. What is she trying to do? She manages to find Salamatu, but they were unable to clear it to safety. But after the second attempt, they've done that. Immigration Ladies with the ball, would they be able to get?
I spoke about the substitution the coach of Immigration Ladies made, taking off a defender and bringing in an attacker. And when you are down by 2 goals, and then your defense is shaky, you need to make sure that you don't concede more goals. And the player they brought on in the person of Faustina Kukwa-Mensah hasn't really impressed as far as she came on in these few minutes.
And Joyce Apia, the center referee, blows her whistle to end the proceedings of the first half here at the McDan Park. It's Lady Strikers who have managed to get the very good advantage lead here. They've gotten 2 goals in the first half. They had the dominance. They were all over, and their efforts have been rewarded indeed with 2 goals. Goals that were scored by Abigail as well as Susie for them. So it ends here at McDan Park after 45 minutes of action. It's Lady Strikers 2, Immigration Ladies 0.
Get on the ball with BetFox. Experience Ghana's biggest ACA bonus, paying 1,000% and more, starting from just 2 selections. Boost your winnings and receive any withdrawals instantly on your Momo wallet. Register now at www.betfox.com.gh. BetFox, we boost them. Official betting sponsors for the EPL broadcast on Max TV.
Osenka Fosse, Bibia Wanemre, Edidia Wanemre, Ediane no so Wanemre, na se Ediane no mre dra. Na we hear spices are ebe mo Ediane no. Aye de, aye nham, aye appetizing na. Ema Remy spices in Pemuja. Onua, se wo kodwoma, hwehwe Remy spices. Remy spices wo flavors be to say chicken, stewed, fried rice, jollof. Onua spices be na wo hwehwe. Me dofopa. And for what you need and to church. Say still be a ram, na yeda.
Remy spices ready.
Some quaint be a da.
Remy spices ready.
Say jollof on this be a akuna.
Remy spices ready. Remy spices ready. Ready.
Remy spices, a mediani ye dekeke.
FDA, a shusha edredian krato imu. Adiatum say ye.
Thank you very much. Listen, India. Why? Well, we dear said I can say dear. Me sure say it twins. Ah, what time was we? I can't crave you. No, what was today, dear? Wame. The matuto me when you mean in our way. You phone your mentor. Labor Park. Only how cry. Cotton Eve Labor Park. A very organic. Eye moto afenso ne boda fom kra na menye bi we he enye na kra Eve Labor Park egua hodro mienu ye wo Eve Plus and ye wo Eve Normal Eve Labor Park ehemu du Eve Labor Park ama about time nyina ye guy
FDA agi edwedin krato yatomu.
Ediebe kurane berasiwi. Na ben kurane ni peni autoi.
And now, my dear listeners, before I sign out, I would like to introduce to you Tabia Herbal Mixture, a great and effective herbal medicine for malaria, loss of appetite, and general body pains. Tabia, a fact I can personally attest to.
Tabia Herbal Mixture.
Ansa na wobenom Tabia Herbal Mixture. Shisho moje muhunu se wenye chidi yare no biansa. FDA ahwehwe sa edwadi nkrato yi mu agi atomu se eye.
Get on the ball with BetFox. Experience Ghana's biggest ACA bonus, paying 1,000% and more, starting from just 2 selections. Boost your winnings and receive any withdrawals instantly on your Momo wallet. Register now at www.betfox.com.gh. BetFox, we boost them. Official betting sponsors for the EPL broadcast on Max TV.
Aya woti ya wo be mem ana ya imo hyehyew wo sensu fita bi firi mu ba wugu nso ntentem ana ya wugu nso a na emu ache woti ya wo sabi wa ya ase esese wo bobrim se bi ana wo prostate na ho aba ha wo aya na wonsa na ase wo na ya ye titiri waposo tutu wo nante a na wa ye dududu wo widiem hyehyew aya ase bibi ne na mo widiem e bia na stroke yade na ebo won kaye tie yare bia safe na abesuewo ananso aye krankro endpoint homeopathic clinic ewo nimdi ode beboa wo endpoint ewa Accra Spinters Road Shell signboard tema committee 22 Koanaso Hotel echi Kumasi Kronom Abuahia Angel School Complex Takrade Anaji Estate Queen of Peace School echi Techimine endpoint homeopathic clinic ewo Hensa eni Jos Bro filling station ene di nhwanim for endpoint homeopathic clinic it was 0244-867-068.
Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. I'm free.
Osenka fose bibia wonemre edidia wonemre aduane no anso wonemre na se aduane no amre dra na wo hia spices a ebe mo aduane no aye de aye hwam aye appetizing na e ma remi spices mpamu ja onua se wo kodwoma hwehwe remi spices wo flavors be to say chicken stew fried rice jollof onua spices be na wo hwehwe e dofopa enfa waduane die ento chacha se stew be ye hwam na ye da
Remy spices ready.
Sankwan ne be ye da
Remy spices ready.
se jollof ne so be ye akona
Remy spices ready. Remy spices ready.
Remy spices emeduane ye dekeke
FDA ahwehwe sa edwedi nkrato yi mu agi atom se eye.
Me be money. What you want here? Juba. Me me chef you say mama tu hu me so adai me nyi na me da kache me ko me ngari bi me jaw.
Nadai. Yeah. Enyo. What is the problem be?
Wo yan queen what ni hu achi te ko de se ni be ma.
Mami sima meba. Endless ointment. Etime hunamani sawa. Driba. Kakawure. Enantemo propro. Pimples. Na se eba emani trase ho anso dia. Eye omo last stop. Onso problem aba. Wei, enemo last stop. Hey, na da basu. That's one female. One mama who said endless ointment. E kan wale bomu am.
Endless ointment. Our friend in a secret.
Mama Josie. Fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Welcome back to the McDan Town Park, in which the visitors have taken the lead. At the end of first round, it's Lady Strikers 2, Immigration Ladies 1. Lady Strikers have seen most of the ball in their half, and they are leading 2-0. The home side is still have to come back. Would there be a comeback, Akusia?
For their coach, he's hoping there's a comeback. They didn't even go to the dressing room. They are still on the pitch. He's asking questions. He wants answers. He's asking questions. He's telling them what is going on. You need to play as a team. We need to play as a team. We need to be compact enough to be able to get this done. There should be a comeback. And from everything the coach is telling them that we can hear, of course, he's hoping that there'll be a comeback. But for Lady Strikers, you know, it's the usual culprits who are scoring the goals for them. We've not yet even seen Gladys Amphobia, who happens to find herself in the top scorers now. We've not seen her score yet. So just in case she has a goal somewhere, and looking at Immigration Ladies' performance so far, it's only a goal they can score so far. So if they just get that their one goal, it's still a win for Lady Strikers at this point.
It's very difficult for Immigration coming back. They have seen less of the ball during the first half. Lady Strikers keep on knocking, and finally they have answers to their questions that they were asking. Second half, what do you think these two coaches will be bringing into the second half?
And so, as the highlights are ongoing right now, you can see how they were able to get all these their goals in quickly. We know that as we started playing, Lady Strikers kept on going in onto Immigration to see if they can get goals. They even had a goal disallowed before they started getting in their goals there. So you know very well that Lady Strikers did not come here to not just take just maybe a point or just score goals. They came here to make sure that they get all 3 points, and everything they are doing on the pitch today tells. At this point, they've even been able to upset Immigration Ladies goalkeeper Mary Nikwe. She was a bit angry when the second goal was scored because she feels her defenders could have done much better. If they are able to get in their heads to a point where they are emotionally upset, then you know that it is done for Immigration at this point.
So here at the McDan Park, we still have Immigration Ladies and Lady Strikers in the second half coming on. I can see them coming on now. I guess the coach will have to mount up a strategy, especially with Immigration Ladies, to make sure even if there is a comeback for them, fine. Even a 1 point at home is better than nothing.
He had a final conversation with two of his players, knowing very well that maybe those two can be the ones to conjure magic for the team at this point. And so all hope at this point, it's not lost yet for Immigration. We've seen a bit of brilliance from them. And so maybe, just maybe, we would see that. And we still see Mary Nikwe, who is still angry at this point. So we just don't know how she's going to stay calm for the remainder of the 45 minutes. Their goalkeeper, if she is not emotionally stable and very angry at the defense, you know what will be. There'll be a bit of friction between them. Would they be listening to their goalkeeper when she talks?
He sees much of them in front of you. He is behind and then looking at four. I think he has to. There has to be communication, because if you are defending 4-2, 4 back at the 4 at the back. If you are defending, at least you need to hear communication. You need to close up. Don't make sure you don't give them much spaces, because they have pace. And if you get the day on his peak, and then it's deadly. It's deadly. I understand what they are going through. You can see still here, and then Immigration is still have the second half to fight for. Akusia.
And I must say that we have some fans here who are very, very aggressive and giving it to these girls just as they do the guys. They are asking the ladies why they are not making use of all the chances that they have been getting, especially for those supporting Immigration. I'm sure some of the service personnel are even in the stands supporting them, and so they are hoping that they will be able to at least get a point. We know that they have not scored any goals here, but then I know one player in Immigration, Agnes Kwe, who is a relative of the late Shamokwe. Sometimes she's able to conjure magic, and I have seen her on this pitch. So just maybe Agnes Quay will be able to come onto the pitch, and just maybe they will be able to do something for them.
So immigrations officer is coming in, and what does he add up to the game? Because it looks as if now they have nothing to lose. They will have to come all out and make sure they take the necessary.
Yeah, but you also see the immigration officers here making sure that security is top notch, and we don't hear any issues of things we don't want to happen here.
Okay, so I'm handing over to Esther in the commentary box, Hassan.
All right, you are welcome back to McDan Park here in Accra. It's match day 8 of the Women's Premier League coming your way. It's a live coverage, kind courtesy of Max TV Ghana. It's a clash between immigration ladies as well as lady strikers. The first half ended with 2 goals in favor of lady strikers. So immigration ladies have the next 45 minutes to negotiate. And of course, we negotiate for better results here and ensure that they at least get a point in this game. Will they be able to level up here? Will the immigration ladies be able to level up here? Or will lady strikers, on the other hand, rather add up to some of the goals that they've already gotten? Immigration ladies have indeed, in the first few minutes of the second half, registered their intent this time around, trying to make a lot of surgeon runs, a lot of incursions at goal, something that we did not see of them in the first half. But the passes that they tried stringing together has this time around gone out of possession, out of play. And it's now a free kick advantage that would go in favor of lady strikers. Deborah Arnaud quickly effects it. She was trying to find Ellen Coleman. She has been dispossessed. It's in the 18-yard box of lady strikers. Will they be able to get a goal here? But it has been cleared. Adam quickly releases the ball to Gladys Amphobia, who once again gives it back to Adam.
Immigration ladies making double substitution. 70 Joyce Martin out, Joyce Nyantin out, and then Laurentia Kumi in. And then Agnes Quay also is out for Lady Bukari. So 2 substitutions for immigration ladies.
2 substitutions, and again they've gotten a free kick advantage at a very presentable position, as Kukwa was fouled, a tackle that referee Joyce Appiah wasn't pleased with. Beatrice Intiwa issuing instructions to her defenders. Would Tahiru be able to at least get a goal for them here? It's a goal. A well comported, a well executed technique here, and she reduces the deficit for immigration ladies.
This has been a trademark. Remember in the first half, I told you that at that advantageous position where they had that free kick, she should have been the one to play, because I know what she can do. It's not me. I think Ghana knows what Rumana to Tahiru can do when it comes to set pieces. Look at where the ball is. Look at the angle and see how she strikes the ball straight into the net.
But someone would have also argued that Beatrice Intiwa in Ketia could have done better.
Definitely.
But once again, you can't discredit the technique that was well executed by Tahiru. We are witnessing a different tempo in the second half, whereby immigration ladies are trying so hard in order to double up their efforts in this second half. And already their efforts have been rewarded with the goal that they've had. Will they be able to get the second goal? But this time around, Beatrice in Tiwa, that's better.
If you are a coach, definitely how you were outplayed in the first half. When you come to the second half, you vary your tactics, and I think Coach Baja has done exactly what he needs to do to get ladies into the game, and then they've gotten one goal. Let's see how it goes. You still have almost 40 minutes to go here at the McDan Town Park.
Earlier in your shot was Beatrice Nketia, who was not pleased with the tackle by Hannah Pokua on her. But so far so good for Lady Strikers, and as much as they had the 2-goal lead in the first half, it has been reduced. And that was a very good technique in terms of the execution of the free kick advantage that they have. The execution was superb by the experienced player on the pitch. Tahiru, who is currently, she has undergone the coaching course, and I'm definitely in no time she'll be part of the coaches. "51 minutes of action here at McDan Park. The scoreline remains 2-1 in favor of Lady Strikers. They had a huge lead, but now their lead has been narrowed up. Immigration ladies have gotten possession of the ball. Kukwa had the ball, but she was dispossessed. Adam does so well to release the ball to Deborah. It was Ellen Ogbonna who was trying to make surgeon runs, but she has been dispossessed. Immigration ladies, through their captain, Abigail Safo, was trying to register the second goal and to be able to put her side at par with Lady Strikers. But the referee was not satisfied, and of course pleased with the tackle that she had on Deborah Mponsa. The tempo of the game is quite different in the second half, at least with the first few minutes that we've witnessed, which has resulted in a goal. And we'll be looking forward to seeing most of those surgeon runs coming, especially from immigration ladies.
Sure, definitely. If you are playing such a match, you've played about 7 matches, you've not won any of the matches, and you are playing home in your 8th game, at least you have to do anything possible to make sure that you win a match. And now you are down by 2-1. You need to do whatever it takes to make sure that at least you win the match.
Winning a game is definitely the ultimate priority, the ultimate target of each team before any match day. But when it comes to the pitch of play, it's the technique, the efforts of the players involved that decides the results that we end up getting.
Well, sometimes it also varies. You need to see the tactics that the coaches have taught and the system and the formation. If it doesn't go well, then it means that you are definitely going to suffer. Substitution for Lady Strikers, Abigail Amon, the goal scorer, is out for Messi Amwa.
A delivery into the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers, but their goalkeeper, Beatrice Intiwa Inketia, this time around does better, releases the ball to Edem, who was making a lot of sudden runs, but she has been dispossessed. The ball is now back to Catherine Arthur, who finds Deborah Ano. Gladys and Phobia has been fouled.
She was trying to steal the ball from the leg of the immigration player. Unfortunately, the lady didn't know she was coming from behind. Then she fouled her. Definitely a foul for Lady Strikers.
It was Hannah Pokua who...
Do you see how Amphobia received the ball on the chest to 10? It took the
control.
that was so beautiful, and the lady knows very well that she really needs to stop Amphobia, and that she's going to strike the ball from that position, and that's some of the qualities of Gladys Amphobia. She can hit the ball from any angle. She's not the type of player that is going to hit the ball and then the ball will lift up there. She's going to hit it and make sure that she scores.
Will the Lady Strikers be able to register their third goal of the day? Their captain Ellen Coleman, as well as Gladys and Phobia, are behind the ball. It has been decided, and it's Ellen Coleman who would effect the kick for Lady Strikers.
She's good at taking the set pieces, so I'm not surprised she's there.
Would Ellen get the third goal for Lady Strikers? The ball is at a very advantageous position. But she ends up smashing the ball wide. It's now a goal kick going in favor of Immigration Ladies.
Well, I think the technique she used it wasn't favorable, and Koma, we knows how to play this kind of ball so well. How she managed to hit the ball way over the bar is so shocking.
Lady Strikers this time around have been dispossessed, and it's Immigration Ladies who have the ball. Their captain Abigail Safo. The technique was right. She was looking forward to at least get Beatrice unaware. She had the technique very right, but the final delivery could not result in the goal. But she must be credited for such an effort, though.
Substitution for Immigration Ladies. Ladi Bukari is now in for Joyce Nyantin. And then another one, Joyce Nyantin, out for Laurentia Kumi.
Immigration Ladies keep making substitutions. Their coach, Joseph Bajahu, is so much bent on ensuring that he at least gets a point here, is making the necessary substitutions. But with the substitutions pair off, we have the next 30 minutes plus additional time to determine that. A tussle in the heart of midfield won by Edem. Will she be able to get the third goal for Lady Strikers? She couldn't get the third goal, and their goalkeeper, Mary Nikwe, is in pains.
She's in pain, and I think where Lady Strikers took the ball from, a player as experienced as Margaret Owusu should have just put the ball to the touch line just for throw, but she made sure she didn't know what she was doing, and Amphobia robbed off the ball just for the keeper to try to save the ball from Amphobia, and then in the process a player kicked together with the ball, and so it's foul for Immigration Ladies. But you have to blame Margaret Owusu for causing the goalkeeper such a problem.
Causing her a problem, but that was a very great effort over there by Gladys Amphobia. Her run, the way she managed to run and quickly get the ball, the technique she used in executing it, it's indeed commendable. 60 minutes of action here at McDan Park. It's match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League, live on Max TV Ghana. For many years, the Women's League has not been enjoying the airwaves, the publicity, as that of the male counterpart. But for the first time, the Women's League, the Ghana Women's League, has been broadcasted live for all and sundry. These are the earlier goals that we had in the first half. The goal scored by Susie Dedete for Lady Strikers in the first half.
Look at her composure, very simple. She just buried the ball like it's nobody's business. And when it comes to goals like this and set pieces, those are the goals you are going to see a player like Susie Dedete scoring. We saw what this girl did at the U17 World Cup in Uruguay, and we've seen how good she's playing for the U20 in the World Cup qualifiers.
And Amo Abigail had the second goal for Lady Strikers. It was a corner kick advantage, and this was the goal that was scored by the experienced player who is also now a coach, Tahiru, in order to reduce the deficit for Immigration Ladies. Following the earlier injury that she suffered during the tussle for the ball,
the medical officer for the Immigration Ladies has become the hairstylist for Merinique.
No, women are special. They need to be treated as such.
It's so sweet.
But look at that effort there by Mary Nikwe.
Yeah, sure. She wants to prove that she's an experienced goalkeeper, and it is not for any wrong reason why she's the second best goalkeeper when it comes to the senior national team. We've seen what she has done in this particular match.
The run here by Gladys Amphobia, with that follow-up by Gifty Adaibuache, which ended up injuring goalkeeper Mary Nikwe, and she's still being attended to. The dominance of Lady Strikers in the first half, as well as with the few incursions that they've made in the second half, indeed tells you who is in charge of their team. Their coach, Rashid Idi, one of the experienced coach who have had stints with lots of Ghana Premier League clubs like Accra Great Olympics, the likes of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Mysterious Ebusuan Dwarfs. He has had stints with them, coached them, featured for the national team, the Black Stars, on numerous occasions. After having stints in the men's league, he's now back in the women's league, and he's with Lady Strikers doing quite a lot for them.
He's an experienced coach. He's been with the ladies team from the time of the Gatel, the Ghana Post, been with the national team and all that. So Coach Rashid Didi is one coach that when he's on the touchline, you know that experience is going to count. And when you look at how the girls are playing, you know that they are really being coached by an experienced coach in Coach Rashid Didi.
Immigration ladies have another advantage here that they need to ensure that they make it count for them to be able to at least level up here, since they are trailing here by 2-1. Once again, it was the effort of their experienced teammate, Tahiru, who is also a coach.
Before the game starts, even in the first round, I told you that there are certain positions on the field when she gets this kind of free kicks. She's going to make sure that everything goes well for them. And look at this.
Beatrice in T1 nearly committed a howler that could have gifted Immigration ladies the equalizer here. Gladys and Phobia in the 18-yard box, but she has been fouled. And the referee, Joyce Appiah, wasted no time to point to the spot kick. She was not happy with the tackle on Gladys and Phobia, and she immediately pointed to the spot kick.
Well, she's right there. She was right there, so she knows what she is doing. It's definitely a penalty because it was inside the 18-yard box. The defender just needs to be very careful. You are not the one with the ball. You have to just have a little bit of patience. Rushing on a player like Gladys and Phobia is definitely going to get you into trouble.
And it has been well executed. Definitely. Catherine Arthur registered the third goal for Lady Strikers. After 66 minutes of action here at McDan Park, a clash between Lady Strikers as well as Immigration ladies. Just after they have managed to reduce their deficit, and we're looking forward to ensure that they level up, Lady Strikers registered their third goal.
Yeah, sure. From the look of things, these strikers, they are doing everything possible to make sure that they win this match, just to close tab on leaders Azaka's ladies. So when they get opportunities like this, definitely they are going to score.
Kukwa has been fouled, and it's also a yellow card that has been issued out by referee Joyce. Joyce Appiah issues out her yellow card to Joyce Boache for that tackle on Kukwa. Once again, another opportunity that I'm definite that their talisman Tahiru would fancy
to take that particular free kick. And she is with the ball. She's holding the ball. She knows what to do with it. Let's see how this one is going to end up, because Tahiru Rumanatu is good at taking set pieces. She's that good.
It's her trademark. She had that goal for them through set execution of a kick. Will she be able to at least also get the second one here for Immigration ladies? Referee whistles, and she misses. It was quite narrow.
Saved by the woodwork. Tell you what, this lady has been scoring this since even at the national team level, when she used to play for the national team. And so when she had balls like this, you know what she's going to do. Look at that. But for the woodwork, Romana would have been on brace.
If the woodwork had not come to the rescue of Lady Strikers, by now their lead would have once again been narrowed. And it would have been through a sublime flash from Tahiru. If you're just tuned in, you are watching the live coverage of the Women's League, the Ghana Women's Premier League on Max TV. It's a clash between Lady Strikers as well as Immigration ladies. And after 70 minutes of action, It's Lady Strikers who are having the great advantage here, having scored 3 past that of the one that has been scored by Immigration Ladies. It has quickly been effected into the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers, but their goalkeeper, Beatrice. She quickly grabs the ball for them, and it would be effected quickly into it as they look forward to once again get the 4th goal. It was a similar assist that was given by Beatrice to Amphobia. Then she had that tussle that resulted in the penalty kick. Edem has the ball. Will she be able to go bypass her marker? An effort which has deflected, and it's now a corner kick advantage going in favor of Lady Strikers. It was an effort from Dede.
Esther, the Women's Premier League has come to stay. Max TV, we have to say kudos to them, and because as we speak, we are the Max TV live coverage is really trending on social media with the hashtag Betway WPL on Twitter. So those who are not around, those who are listening to us or watching us today, when you get to your house, make sure that you inform your people that from tomorrow and then the upcoming weeks, you still bringing you the live coverage of the Women's Premier League.
The acceptance level of the Women's League following the exploits of Hazakis Ladies in the recent CAF Women's Champions League that was held has indeed been very tremendous. And we employ all and sundry to ensure that we keep pushing the brand of Women's League.
Definitely, and I'm so happy that Max TV came on time because it's about time. It's been a while. For the first time, the women's game is being telecast live on national television. Kudos to them.
Kudos to Max TV, to their hierarchy for believing in the Women's League and partnering with the Ghana Football Association in order to make this particular broadcast a success. Lady Strikers, despite the fact that they've already had 3 goals, they are still not satisfied. They are surging, looking forward to ensure that they get more goals. And it was Gift Adei Boache who was pulled back. An action that Joyce Appiah did not fancy, and she has to issue her yellow card.
To Winifred Donko, she needs to be very careful, because when you start pulling shirts at those particular places, you are really inviting trouble for your team. She really needs to be very careful.
Would she, this time around, it's Deborah Ano who is behind the ball for Lady Strikers as she looks forward to this time around executed for them. Will she be able to register the 4th goal for Lady Strikers? But her effort has once again been cleared by Mary Nikwe, who has, though she has conceded a lot of goals, but she seems to have done her best so far for her side.
Sure, you can't take anything away from a quality goalkeeper like Mary Nikwe. But first of all, let's look at the execution by Ano. And this girl really did well. I knew her to be a very good player, winning the best player in Nigeria twice in a year, and then coming to the Women's Premier League and doing this. It's something we need to definitely talk about. She did so well taking that particular free kick. And Mary Nikwe also showed us that, yes, indeed, indeed she's a quality goalkeeper.
Gifty are there earlier with that particular opportunity, and she was looking forward to catch the goalkeeper Merinikwe unaware, but her effort went wide, and it's now a throwing advantage which has quickly been infected, and Edem once again wanted to ensure that she put the ball at the back of the net, but it goes wide. It's 75 minutes of action here at McDan Park. It's match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League live on Max TV Ghana. A clash between lady strikers as well as immigration ladies. A clash that has seen 4 goals so far in 75 minutes of action, with 3 of those goals going in favor of lady strikers and only 1 of it going in favor of immigration ladies. They keep surging forward here, but Ellen Coleman has given out a corner kick advantage which will be in favor of immigration ladies.
It's Romana 2 behind the ball. And look,
look at that dummy.
This is beautiful. Beautiful.
The technique.
I think I don't even know. I think I don't even know the adjective to describe what she did right now on the pitch. She's just too classy. Look at what she did right now. Romana to Tahiru.
It was a very nice dummy that she had there. Gifty Boache was trying to look for the run of Gladys and Phobia, but they have been dispossessed. The ball is now with immigration ladies. Aseyi Entry, who quickly finds Winifred Donko, who releases it to their captain Abigail Safo. And now back to Tahiru. Tahiru delivers into the 18-yard box, but it has been cleared by Deborah Ano. So it would be a free kick, a throwing advantage rather, for ladies strikers. Well composed by Susie.
I think people are really enjoying this live coverage. Once again, we want to say a very big thank you to Max TV for bringing this thing into fruition. People are really enjoying it, and the comments and everything coming on Twitter and all that. But let me say this, our referee for today has taken the center stage of this live broadcast. Everybody is talking about her. Why are they talking about her? She seems to have something special on the lips. And everybody is admiring her. Everybody is admiring Juliet right now.
It was a very good opportunity for Gladys and Phobia to ensure that she gets the 4th goal for Lady Strikers. But the finishing was not great.
Substitution for Lady Strikers, Anamia is coming on for Edith Ogbonna. Ogbonna has really played so well today, and so a substitution is well taken by the coaches because she has done a part.
So Ellen goes out and she has been replaced by Hannah, who would also be looking forward to at least augment the effort of her teammates. It was that run from the captain of Immigration Ladies, Abigail Safo. Free kick advantage for Lady Strikers. They've already gotten 3 goals and they are still looking for more goals. Immigration Ladies were trying to launch an attack who could not yield any results as they were dispossessed. Lady Strikers are stringing passes together Gifty as well as Gladys. The way they managed to easily go bypass their markers leaves a lot to be desired of.
When you have an experienced coach, what more do you expect? Coach Rashid Ndidi, he knows what to do. He knows how to instruct the players. He's been doing women's football for over 2 decades, so he cannot have these players on the field and they will play anyhow they want. They will definitely play according to his instructions.
Deborah Ano had the ball and she managed to find the run of Gladys and Phobia, who quickly releases the ball to Edem. Would they be able to get the 4th goal here? And once again, Merinikwe clears the ball, although it's not out to safety. Another opportunity, but this time around it goes wide. An effort from their captain, Ellen Coleman. And if you are looking for those busiest players on the pitch of play today, definitely it has to go to Merinikwe of Immigration Ladies.
Sure, that double save was something we need to talk about. She really did well. If it happens to be another goalkeeper, maybe Lady Strikers will be up by 4 goals by now. Those 2 saves she made were fantastic.
Lady Strikers are still, especially the lives of Gifty Adey, Gladys, Catherine. They keep being a thorn in the flesh of the defense of Immigration Ladies. And had it not been for the timely and, of course, great effort by the defenders of Immigration Ladies, by now they would have been wallowed by many goals. 81 minutes of action here at McDan Park. It's match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League 2021-2022 season. A clash between Immigration Ladies and Lady Strikers. A tussle for the ball. It was earlier on Adam who had the ball, but she has been dispossessed. Is now a free kick advantage quickly in favor of Lady Strikers, which has been infected. And Gladys and Phobia was trying to get the better side of Margaret Owusu, who was not ready and of course willing to let her do that. And she has to clear it to safety. So it's now a throwing advantage.
That was the area incursion that got the captain of Immigration onto the turf, fouled on air by Edem Matovo. But unfortunately, the referee didn't see that. It was rather a throw into Lady Strikers, but temporary hold up for now. And then the throw-in still goes to Lady Strikers.
Lady Strikers are still making a lot of incursions in the heart of affairs of Immigration Ladies. A throwing advantage going in favor of Immigration Ladies. And goalkeeper Mary Nikwe was trying to use that moment to ensure that she at least cools down and have a fresh breath ahead of the 10 minutes plus additional time that we will be having. A free kick advantage for Immigration Ladies, quickly effected by Tahiru. And she almost once again caught Beatrice.
How many times has she played such balls? How many times? And how dangerous has those balls been?
It has always been on target.
Thank you.
Her effort was very, very good. She quickly effects the corner kick advantage, but this time around, she couldn't get it right. So it's a goal kick advantage for Lady Strikers, which has quickly been infected by Deborah Ano. It goes back into the 18-yard box, and it's a goal. Abigail Safo gets the second goal for Immigration Ladies.
That was some huge mistake at the back of Lady Strikers. How do you give away such ball to an experienced player like Abigail Safo, captain of the side? Even the balls that are more dangerous than this, she will score you. You don't give such opportunity to an experienced player like Mary Safo. No way she's even going to miss this chance. No way.
The hallmark of a very good striker, always lurking around, looking for opportunities to capitalize on, and that is what she had. Abigail Safo getting the second goal for Immigration Ladies. So after 85 minutes of action, it's Immigration Ladies who are still trailing, although they've had a goal. They are trailing by 3-2. Another opportunity, would they be able to level up? But it has been cleared to safety. And Lady Strikers will be looking forward to launch an attack over here, quickly effected into the 18-yard box, but it hits the crossbar.
I think Susie saw that goalkeeper Merinico is out of line, so she was trying to lobby the ball. But how she hit the ball wasn't the right way to do that. At least she should have taken her time and then know how to hit the ball. She just hit it without a purpose.
She wasn't purposeful with the execution. Kukua here with an opportunity, looking forward to at least give a delivery into the 18-yard box. Would they be able to at least get that equalizer to level up, to be at par with their opponents? But it has been cleared to safety. Referee has whistled for an infringement who would go in favor of Lady Strikers. Deborah Ano quickly delivers, is now with Gifty Adebwache, who is looking for the run of Gladys. It's now with Susie. Susie delivers it to their captain, Ellen Coleman, who tries to get a shot, a wide range shot, but it's a feeble one. Immigration Ladies have the next 2 minutes plus additional time to ensure that they level up affairs here at McDan Park. Will they be able to get that goal, that crucial goal that they so much need in order to at least get a point out of this particular encounter?
At this point, I don't think Immigration Ladies needs a point. They need all the 3 points, because if you are lying at the bottom of the league table, what you should aim at is winning your matches, especially when it comes to your home matches. You don't just concede 3 goals at your own backyard and within 70 minutes. What they need to do is to make everything possible to win this match. But as to whether they will win it, it's another thing altogether.
Per the records and the stats available, definitely it tells you that Lady Strikers are very good on the road. They've managed to at least get a lot of points on the road. So far as their few games that they have played, their first 7 games that they've played so far for this season is concerned. Another opportunity here for Lady Strikers. It has now been cleared off to safety, still in the heart of midfield. And the referee, Joyce Apia whistles. One of the experienced referees that we've had in the Women's League. A referee, of course, a FIFA referee. She has indeed officiated a lot of finals, a lot of matches, so far as the Women's League is concerned. And in every match that she has officiated, she ensures that she brings to bear her experience.
She's very, very experienced. At the NC Women tournament, she was the center referee that officiated the finals between Ampem Dakwa and then Azaka's ladies. Almost all the finals we've had in this country.
The FA Cup,
it has been
Women's
her.
Premier League finals.
Even the first Ladies Cup, she was the center referee.
Same center referee.
So you should know that she's very, very experienced, and it is for no reason why she was chosen today to officiate this particular match, especially when today is even the first time women's football is being broadcast on live television, Max TV.
That was an exchange that the referee is not pleased with. An exchange she feels that is so much does not exhibit the sportsmanship that we expect to see. Opportunity for Immigration Ladies to level up. The 90 minutes is over here. But it has been shot wide. And Beatrice, goalkeeper Beatrice, Intiwa Inketia, grabs the ball to safety for Lady Strikers. It's 5 minutes of additional time, of which we have played almost 2 minutes of it. So Immigration Ladies have the next 3 minutes to seek for redemption here. A redemption that would see them at least salvaging a point in this encounter. Kukwa and Abigail Safo were trying to string some passes together that would help them to surge and launch an attack in the half of Lady Strikers. It's a throwing advantage for Immigration Ladies. It was Kukwa who had the ball, and Deborah Amponsa was trying to at least dispossess her but ended up being injured. Few minutes to go, few minutes to get that crucial goal, few minutes to get that critical goal, few minutes to renegotiate for better results. Immigration Ladies are still with the ball in the 18-yard box of Lady Strikers, but Beatrice Inketia does well to grab the ball for Lady Strikers.
I think what the Immigration Ladies player was trying to do was to flick the ball to one of her players just to score, but unfortunately the ball went outside the line.
So
substitution for Lady Strikers, Edem Matovo is out for Doreen Gagba.
They need to make sure that they do not end up committing, and as such they need to maximize the few minutes left. An opportunity for Immigration Ladies. Will they be able to get the crucial goal here? Her effort is blocked. The effort of Asayi Enchi is blocked and cleared to safety by Deborah.
I think she took too much time on striking the ball. I don't know what she was waiting for, just behind the 18-yard box. You have all the time in the world just to strike the ball, but you were waiting for somebody to come and shield the ball before you play. You are definitely not going to score from there.
The 5 minutes of added time is almost up here. And with where the ball is, it's not something that would favor immigration ladies. And it's all over. Referee Joyce Obenewa Apia whistles here at the McDan Park to end proceedings. It's an encounter that made us witness a 5-goal trailer here. Lady strikers having the most of it, getting 3 goals. Goals that were scored by Catherine Arthur, Amon Abigail, and Susie Dedete. Whereas immigration ladies had Tahiru as well as their captain Abigail Safo, reducing the deficit for them. So it ends here at the McDan Park, match day 8 of the Ghana Women's Premier League. It's immigration ladies 2, lady strikers 3. I have been your commentator for the day, Esther Abankwa. I was ably aided by Na Bedina.
At the end of 90 minutes, it's immigration ladies 2, lady strikers 3. How did you see the match, Akusia?
I mean, I think it was a very competitive game, even though we didn't see how competitive it was in the first half, but in the second half, both teams came to play. And as it should be, the goalkeeper for immigration ladies, Mary Nikwe, ends up winning the player of the match.
Okay, so it's a wrap from here at the McDan Park. It's a final wrap. You heard from Esther, Nabadina, Akosia, and Nafisa Fatah. We meet tomorrow at the Karindorf Park with another match day 8 between Faith Ladies and then Police Ladies. So we meet up 3 p.m. sharp at the Karindorf Park tomorrow.
Dear baby,